story tells about things that could really happen. A fantasy tells about things that could not happen in real life.
Okay, so we've got two different types of stories, reality and fantasy, right?
Yes.
When we're comparing or contrasting two things, how can we do that? Are there any diagrams or charts that we could use? Angie?
Yes.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that you can use something to know that it's realistic, like a session.
Right, well, how can we display on our papers, Joshua, two different things if we're comparing them?
You can have separate realistic and fiction titles, because you could if you had 4 stories, you could separate them into realistic and fantasy stories.
Good. You all answered exactly where I want you to be thinking. So right now, I'm going to show you, and I want you to flip your paper all the way over, and it's just a blank page, right?
Yeah.
I want you to do exactly what I'm doing. This is called a T-chart. So as you were saying, comparing two things, we put a line in the middle. Watch this. Draw a line, and fantasy. So with your pencils, I want you to draw the same thing you see up here on the board. Can someone raise their hand and tell me what this chart is called again? John?
I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
And one of them is they're called a T-chart. And can we put real and fake for real?
I want you to use these words though, because when you're reading your stories, this is where it says the genre, this is where what's going to be in there instead of saying real or fake. Even though they mean the same thing, this is the word you're going to see in your reading book.
Usually in first grade, whenever we do T-chart, it's like
T-chart? Okay, so on that first paragraph on the other side, that box that Angie read to us, can someone look at that and tell me something I can put under reality? Alyssa?
we went to the baseball game.
Not there yet. I want you to, in that box where Angie read to us, where it tells us what reality and fantasy are.
A realistic story tells about things that could really happen.
So reality is something that really happened. Board. And Alyssa told us that in that box, reality is something that really happened. Now can someone tell me what it says under fantasy? Serenity?
A fantasy tells about things that could not happen in real life, like fish strokes or fishes can't drive.
No, fishes can't cook.
Good. Copy that as well. Can everyone see the board fine?
Yeah.
So right here, we're telling the differences. We're contrasting reality and fantasy. So in reality, something that really happened. So when we read stories that are true and something could really happen in real life, it's going to be a reality story. If we're reading a story of something that is not possible in real life, it's going to be fantasy. Once you finish writing that, go ahead and flip your papers back over so I know you're done. And stay quiet for me. Listening? I'm going to call a few of you at once. Eyes on me. And when I call you, you're going to go to the reading center over here. Find a book that is either realistic or fantasy. So you can look at the title. You can open some of the pages and read a few sentences. You can read the back of the book for a little bit. I'll give you 2 minutes probably, if that works. And come back to your desk, and you're just going to place it on your desk.